now. Her face right now. I love this. She's like, excuse me? Like, seriously. Jessica, you need to get that off of him. No, oh my God. Hi, hey, hello, my name is Sarah, and welcome to the final episode of the Sims Castaway Stories. And look, I was sort of hoping by now that I would have some questions answered because, you know, our girl Jessica, she's been surviving and thriving on the desert island that she was shipwrecked on, but then all of a sudden, what the hell is going on? Chaos is happening, you know, people are dying in front of Jessica, and all sorts of stuff is going on. I have no idea, so with that being said, let's jump into the Sims Castaway Stories and find out how the story's going to end. Alright, so we are coming into chapter 23, which is called Let My Love Open the Door. Somehow Jessica's gonna have to save the day through her love for Timothy and maybe even her love of the village and all of its residents. I don't know. But we are here with Jessica. Hold on, because I do remember we just talked to the chief, right? And the chief is like, everyone is cursed. So I was gonna cry because I'm like, I don't want anyone to die. But what goal do we have? Go to the house of Tuzu. I have to find that cure. You can get to the house of Tuzu through the jungle. Okay, we're gonna go to the jungle. Okay, the jungle was over here, right? No, that's the hot springs. The jungle. Okay, let's go. Okay, also questions. I just remembered though that Jessica found the research base, and what the hell's going on there? The professor's gonna need to provide some answers because I still think the professor did something shady. We haven't found out what that is. The chief seemed to regard him with no issue in the last episode, so I don't know what the go is there. I don't know. Anyway, here we are at the jungle. Jessica's just gonna get changed into some normal clothes. Next, find the unexplored staff portal over here. Okay, over here, hidden away and amongst the trees. We've got to explore this one to take us to the house of Tuzu. I'm a little bit nervous. Also, is the volcano erupting? I think it is. I think it is, but I'm not 100% sure. Have I actually got confirmation of the volcano erupting? I don't know. But here we go, Jessica. We're going to the house of Tuzu. Jessica says time to get to the bottom of this, and I 100% agree. I 1000% agree. We need to know, what do you know? I need to know everything. You better tell me everything that you know, my guy. Why you are here, how you got here, what you did. Don't hug him. I still don't trust him. Okay, the goal now is to confront Reinhardt. I'm going to find out what game Reinhardt has been playing with me. I'm so glad that she has her suspicious pants on. Let's confront him. You're here. Did you find the staff? Yes, I did, but I also met a man named Pittman, the Solomon Queen's chief engineer. He said some disturbing thing about you, Professor. And I don't know. And this is why I need to know, because I don't know what your timeline is. You were clearly on the Solomon Queen. I've got no idea. It's all swirling around in my head, and you better tell me. I see, but it doesn't change a thing. I'm sorry, it doesn't change a thing. That man died, and you may have caused the whole shipwreck to begin with. You committed a crime, but that doesn't change a thing. Anyway, my theory that the temple contains a cure is still reasonable. Hand over the staff and we'll find out. No, you bet. I swear to God, Jessica, if you give him that staff, oh my God. Because no, I do not trust you at all. Yes. I like that. You waggle your finger in his face. You mean you don't know, but you knew about the staff. You knew where it was hidden. I'm so glad that she is angry. Look at her eyes. She's got the angry eyes happening. She's like, nah. Not having a bar of you right now. Tell me. Oh, well, it has a name that I was not expecting, and I had a feeling that the research base was shady. I've been trying to get inside this temple ever since the Illamanati stationed me here years ago. Okay, so we are getting some answers. So the Illamanati stationed you here. You got off the island, got onto the Solomon Queen because you knew that it was going to be nearby this area. You sabotaged the Solomon Queen so that the Solomon Queen would get shipwrecked so that you could end up here once again. Am I getting it right? Am I piecing it together? The Illamanati, though? Jeez, I don't even want to say what the actual organization that's playing off of would be. After we crashed the volcano festival and witnessed the power of the House of Tuzu, the race to steal the staff was on. Oh my God. Wow. The hatred I feel for this man right now. You don't know what it's like, all the pressures that come with belonging to a secret society of evil genii? Well, that's your own fault. You did that, my guy. My God, you don't just join a secret society of evil genii without being a bit evil yourself. So, ooh, the hatred that I feel for this man. It's all about the next big idea for world domination. All the good ones have been taken. Or, you know, you could just not. You could just not do that, you know? You could just not try to take over the world. Look at Jessica's face right now. She's like, huh? You're joking me, right? Oh my goodness. IP theft runs rampant, and there's always someone younger but never smarter lurking in the wings to challenge me. He is fully just confessing that he is evil right now. Like, I cannot believe he is just fully confessing that he is evil. I hope that this is impacting our relationship. I'm just gonna keep our relationship tab open. I stole the staff and hid it, but the natives drove us from the island before I had a chance to use it to gain the edge. My guy. Oh my God, you are so lucky they didn't kill you. It's taken me all this time to get back. Now with your help, the temple and its treasures are within my reach. What makes you think that I'm going to help you? Look at her face right now. Her face right now. I love this. She's like, excuse me? Like, seriously. But like, he would have had better luck trying to recruit the freeloaders to help him. I mean, they have no ambition. They would be sheep to him because he's the only one that's kept them surviving. He would have had better luck with them. What makes you think that Jessica's gonna help you? Seriously. Hand over the staff if you want your true love to survive. I have a feeling Jessica's going to rise above. I have a feeling she's going to make the decision that he can't have the staff because he's evil, and that this act of selflessness is going to triumph. A bit like a Disney movie. That's what I'm feeling, right? No, tell me how to use it and I'll open the temple. Also, it's nighttime right now. Jessica's face, seriously. Just Jessica with all of the appropriate facial expressions. I love it. We're friends? Our relationship went up. You are joking. Very well. It's simple, really. Point the staff at the door and will it to open. Will it to open? Are you kidding me, Jessica? We're talking about magical forces here. Not mathematical forces like he's trying to say. We're talking about magic. Never again will I put all my eggs into one old basket case. Well, you shouldn't have to begin with, Jessica. Anyway, I can't believe that you're friends with him right now. Anyway, he's walking to the door of the temple. I'm a little bit nervous. The goal is to open the House of Tuzu. Can I trust Reinhardt? 1000% no. He literally just confessed his evil plans for world domination to you. My girl, seriously. I don't have a choice. In this circumstance, unfortunately not. I have to try and save Timothy and the others, just as long as he doesn't get the staff. He already has too much control of the situation, right? Come and open the door with your staff, okay? Well, my girl, you did it. I knew he was gonna run. That is the fastest this man has ever moved on this entire island. Jessica, you need to get that off of him. No! Oh my God! Jessica, this is not something to laugh about right now. Oh, well that is, but you know. No, because we heard about the shaman that went crazy trying to... I'm sorry? No, hold on. I need to try and collect my thoughts because I was saying we heard about the shaman who went crazy trying to create the potion of youth. When that shaman's chief died, he went crazy trying to come up with like a potion of immortality. He just freaking drank it. I cannot believe any of this right now, actually. I can't believe any of it. Also, who do you think you are right now? in this traditional garb. Who do you think you are right now? Oh, the shaman. The actual shaman is coming to talk to us right now. Okay, great. I don't love him. But anyway, hopefully he can shed some more light. Meanwhile, Winford is looking at all the treasures and it's like he's gonna try and take it all. This is the only time I have not been happy to hear the Mickey laugh. Seriously. How dare you disgrace the name of the Mickey laugh? So this is the thief who sealed the temple against us so long ago. He sealed the temple so that they wouldn't be able to access anything. He is a liar and a maniac as well. I'm so glad you've come to that conclusion, Jessica. Wasn't sure. You hold the power to judge him, Jessica. Point the staff at him at choose. Oh my god, I was wondering if we were going to have to make a decision that could result in two different outcomes, like we have with the other game stories. Choose Reinhardt's fate. All this time, Reinhardt was just using me. I can't let him get away with this. It's time for the evil Professor Reinhardt to receive his comeuppance. These options are not what I was expecting, okay? See, here's the thing. When we went on the spirit quest, we got told to not judge the one who broke the taboo. I'm still not sure whether that was... Ah! Whoa! It went away. Okay, hold on. That just scared me. Hold on. You can't do that. Give me time to choose. I'm thinking about it, okay? Anyway, I'm not sure whether it was Nanihi that broke the taboo with the idol or if it's talking about the professor. I'm thinking it's talking about the professor. It said not to judge the person who broke the taboo. It was meant to happen. But the option to banish or reward him, I was expecting to make a decision that would cast him out, but like, I guess banish would then be it. I don't want to reward him. At the end of this video, I'll go back and choose reward and see what happens. But the official decision I'm making is to banish him because he can't get away with this. He's evil. He can't do this, right? No, he says. Jessica is crying. She is upset. Look, it's a lot that you've just had to process. We've unlocked a new story reward. The shaman says the volcano is wise. Let us return to the village. That clearly was the right decision. Goal now is to return to the village harbor. I'll have to go back to the village harbor without a cure. But maybe the volcano is going to bestow some magic because we made the right decision. Anyway, we're going to find out. So, we're going to go back to the village harbor. Let's go. Look at the map, by the way, now. The map pretty much filled in. Where am I? Okay. The shaman says, look within yourself, Jessica. You also hold the power to heal Timothy. So the goal now is to heal Timothy. I'll try anything to save Timothy. I don't know where he is. Where is he? Oh, the chief. Oh my God, the chief. Oh my God. No. Where is it? Timothy's down here. Oh my God. We have to do it. Heal. Come and heal Tim. Did she do it? She did it. She did it! Oh my God, she did it! Yay! Oh, that's so good! Oh wow, you have saved our village, Jessica, says the chief. And the shaman says, and you have found the staff of Tuzu, which was stolen from us so long ago. Jessica says, I only did what anyone would do. Well, clearly not anyone. The shaman says, not so. You have done what nobody would do. You have done mighty and righteous deeds. The volcano smiles upon you. This is wonderful. What now? Whoa! Oh my God, that is, wow. Therefore, I appoint you my successor, Jessica. From this time forward, you are the shaman of the tribe. Wow. Oh my God, I was not expecting that. It's finger guns. I am honored, Shaman Amanaki, but I have one request before you retire. You know, this shaman guy, he's not so bad after all. What is the goal? We're gonna propose to Timothy. Time to pop the question. Oh my goodness, so good. Let's propose engagement. Is the shaman gonna wed us? Is he gonna wed us? I don't know. I hope the chief does, actually. It'd be nice to be wed by the chief. Bloody.
Oh, mala zapona. Mala savula leva. Oh, I live.
So good! We just got engaged, wowie! Oh, what are you doing here? No, we were having fine. It was happy. Things were happy. What are they doing here? Jessica, why didn't you tell us about this place? It's much better than that dump back at the lagoon. Can we move in here? All friends of Jessica are welcome here, stranger, but only the chief may grant you permission to live among us. Oh, yeah? Well, how about it, chief? If it is what Jessica desires. Hell no! Oh, I see. Too good for us now, are you? Yeah, always have been. After all we've done for you. What? Look, Hugh, they have a raft. Really? Well, we know when we're not wanted. Just let us have that raft and we'll be out of your hair forever. Off you go then. Do you hear that noise? It sounds like a giant weed whacker. I can't pause any of this, which is why I've read that so quickly. Like, I have not been able to pause anything. Who the hell are you? I've got a delivery for Professor Reinhardt. Are you a part of the Illamanati? He's long gone. He had to step off the island for a bit. I'm not sure when he'll be back. Well done, Jessica. You're here. We're rescued. I kind of hope that he turns around and says, nah, find your own way home. Thank goodness. It took you long enough. Did you bring food? Can I drive? God, I hate these freeloaders. Seriously. Fine, get on board and hold tight. Off you go. You know, people work their entire lives in hopes of retiring to a place like this one day. I'm staying. Says who? Says who? Says who? No, you are not. Off you go, Robbie. You are like the worst. I cannot stand you at all. There is not a chance in hell. If Jessica has anything to say about it, no. Me too. I don't want to lose my tan. Oh, Robbie, disgusting. Also, you don't get the final say. Jessica literally shrugging her shoulders. She's like, ugh, no. I swear to God, if I don't get to make that decision, I'm going to be furious. But the helicopter's leaving with Hugh and whoever the other two are. I can't even remember their names. Who cares? Not me. Hey, did you know that 72% of you watching right now are not subscribed to my YouTube channel? If you'd like to see some fun Sims 4 gameplay, some Sims 4 creator sim videos, some Sims 4 build videos, and even some games of the Sims past, then hit the subscribe button down below and join my wonderful community of Triceratops. But with that being said, let's get back into the video. Okay, I wonder what's in the parcel. Let's find out what the old man was up to. If the goal is to open Reinhardt's crate, let's find out what that crazy old man was up to. Let's open the package. Also, is this all still chapter 23? It has to be. Getting married surely has to be what chapter 24 is. A weather control device? This must have been the evil project he was working on at the research base all those years ago. It looks like Reinhardt was planning on setting himself up as some sort of volcano god and living forever. Yeah, well, not anymore. We dealt with that, didn't we, my girl? Look at you. Proud of you. I guess the volcano had different ideas. 1000%. Okay, Timothy is coming to chat to us and I can't pause it. The goal is to marry Timothy. Oh, we must have got to chapter 24 already and I must have missed it. Because we've got the power of love here. Let me just go back and read Let My Love Open the Door just before we get married, okay? I had to find a cure. I had to open the temple. Reinhardt was waiting for me at the house of Tuzu. I wanted to find out what game Reinhardt had been playing with me. I confronted Reinhardt about what Pittman told me. He showed his true colors. The nice old mentor figure is actually pure evil incarnate. No wonder he didn't mind living with Hugh. 1000%. Could I trust Reinhardt? I didn't have a choice. I had to try to save Timothy and the others. Reinhardt told me how to use the staff to open the temple. I should have known there wouldn't be a cure inside. Instead, the temple was filled with treasure and Tukutuzu's youth potion. I saw Reinhardt grow younger after drinking from the chalice of days. All this time, Reinhardt was just using me and all the others. I couldn't let him get away with that. It was time for the evil Professor Reinhardt to receive his comeuppance. I used the staff of Tuzu to give Reinhardt exactly what he deserved. Hell yeah. I'd have to go back to the village harbour without a cure. I returned to the village harbour with my heart weighing heavy. I felt like I had let everyone down. My girl, you absolutely did not, because the power of love... like a Disney movie. It pulled through for you. Anyway, back to chapter 24, which apparently is called The Power of Love. The goal is to marry Timothy. Time to set off on the biggest adventure of my life. I wish that it wasn't nighttime, but we're gonna get married. I'm so excited. Oh, look at him in his traditional garb. Oh, yay. Oh my goodness.
Safely never. Faithfulness dava.
Oji,
For putting life on
uva tawala.
it. For dava.
I love it. So good. What happened? Why did their relationship go down? They're not in love anymore? I don't know. Anyway, Timothy is moving in with 300 resources added to the family funds. Well, that's fantastic. Resources really didn't matter once we moved into the village residence, right? Oh my god, that's it. Congratulations, you finished the guided portion of our shipwrecked and single storyline. Jessica and Timothy are starting their romance together, and it's up to you to control whether or not they live happily ever after together. Once again, my friends, it's luau time. There we go, they've fallen in love again. It's all good. The end. Please, I just wanted to read the journal really quickly. For the last chapter. Hold on, I might still be able to. We'll see if it'll let me, right? I can, okay, I can read the last journal entry, fantastic. So the power of love, the last chapter. I'd try anything to save Timothy. The staff of Tuzu held the cure for the temple's curse. I used the staff to heal Timothy. To my surprise, the rest of the villagers were healed as well. That's the power of love. Maybe true love really can conquer all. Well, I popped the big question to Timothy, only to be interrupted by Hugh Bailey. I had to find out what that crazy old man had been up to. I accepted Reinhardt's shipment. It was a weather control device. Now it was time to set off on the biggest adventure of my life, starting a family with Timothy. I planned a vacation around trying to meet my soulmate, got shipwrecked, had many adventures, made new friends, and ultimately found exactly what I was seeking. Life is funny. Some people deserve what they get. Others get what they deserve. You wouldn't think there would be much of a difference between the two, but there is. Oh, absolutely. I think the trick is never knowing which type of person you are. And there we go. That's the end of the story, but it's not the end of the video because I really want to go back and make a different decision. I want to see what happens if we reward the professor instead of banishing him. So let's find out.
4 to 6 days later.
Before we dive into the alternate ending, while I was replaying the story to get back to the point where we could actually make the decision to banish or reward the professor, I discovered something that kind of made me piece together the Illamanati side of things and like the backstory of the professor. I think what I've come up with is a pretty solid backstory, so I just want to share that with you based on the dialogue that I've read from the professor and things that I have observed through replaying the story up to this point. So, you know how throughout the entire gameplay I was questioning whether the professor was the pilot and I was umming and ahhing over that? Well, I believe in the end that the professor was not the pilot. I believe that the pilot did work for the Illamanati, which is proven by the symbol on the tail of the plane crash. We can see it has the same symbol as what we see on the plane at the research base and on the tank at the research base. So they are one and the same. So the pilot worked for the Illamanati and was on a trip flying when they crashed on the island. The pilot then built the Shady Lagoon and healed their wounds while waiting to be rescued by the Illamanati. And while they were waiting to be rescued, I think the pilot stumbled upon the natives, and when the pilot was rescued, they then told the Illamanati about the natives, and the magic that they may have witnessed that comes with the shaman, the staff, and the House of Tuzu. So then the professor gets stationed on this island with the establishment of the research base. Through the research that the professor did after the research base was established, he was then able to build a friendly enough relationship with the villagers and was invited to be part of the volcano festival to witness it, where he then stole the staff and hid it so that he could use it, but he was then outcast by the villagers before he could use it. So fast forward probably many years to the events of the story that we have played through here. The professor knew that the cruise of the Solomon Queen was going to be traveling close to this island, so he sabotaged the Solomon Queen so that it would wreck and he could gain access to the island once again. I do believe that he was trying to gain enough trust with the freeloaders to have them do his bidding. That's why he was caring for them so much, but he realized that they were too lazy to even help him. And that's where Jessica comes in. When he met Jessica and he realized that she was determined because she was building the raft and she seemed determined to survive, she was determined, able, and naive enough to believe that the professor was actually going to help her, and he used Jessica to do his bidding. So when Jessica went to Volcano Island to find the staff to open the temple, all the directions that the professor had given her were out of date. And I said at the end of last episode, what if that was a distraction tactic? And I do believe that it was, honestly, because I believe that the professor could have been trying to waste time so that every villager on the island got sick. We know that that did end up happening, meaning he would then be able to take over the island and then eventually the world. My only question that I had when piecing all of this together is why the professor had to sabotage the Solomon Queen to come back to the island instead of using the resources from the Illamanati. And on my replay through, after reading the dialogue that we've just had with the professor when he confessed about the Illamanati and confessed that he's evil, after rereading through that, I think I figured it out. I think the professor was working outside of the Illamanati through the events of this story to try and gain ultimate power. He mentioned that it took him a long time to make it back to the island because he didn't have the Illamanati's help. He figured that out on his own, which is why he sabotaged the Solomon Queen. He mentioned that there's always someone younger but never smarter trying to essentially out-evil him. So it would make sense that he did this all on his own to then call upon the Illamanati when it looked like his plan was going to succeed. And I believe that's also why he gave Jessica out-of-date directions on Volcano Island, so that when Jessica was going to get the staff, he had enough time to probably contact the Illamanati and say, hey, this is what I'm doing, send me the weather machine, which would then cause the Illamanati to probably support him and then deliver the weather machine that he had requested. That got delivered after we had banished the professor. I hope that all makes sense. That's my theory on the full backstory with the pilot, the professor, how we got to where we are. And with that being said, now we're going to play the alternate ending and find out what happens if you reward the professor instead of banishing him. And just to clarify, as I'm about to load in, I want to clarify we made the right decision by banishing the professor, okay? I'm just curious, and I know you probably are too, so we're going to see exactly what happens with the alternate ending. Okay, you hold the power to judge him, Jessica. Point the staff at him and choose. We're gonna do it. We are going to choose Reinhardt's fate. This time we're gonna reward him. I feel really wrong for doing this, but this is what we're doing, right? Oh, I hate it. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. Oh, you unlocked a new story reward. The volcano is wise. Let us return to the village. Maybe banishing wasn't the right option. Oh, I don't know. Oh, now I'm conflicted. Because banishing him killed him. Rewarding him made him a baby. Not a baby, a toddler. And it's like he's starting his life over again. That is just not what I was expecting. I was expecting that if we rewarded him, it'd be like Jess teaming up with him. That's what I thought was gonna happen, okay? That's fascinating. Now I'm not sure if I made the right decision in my original gameplay or not. I think I made the right decision for what information I had at the time. Well, off the shaman goes with the professor, the baby professor. This is just not at all what I was expecting. There we go. Now we've got the goal. Return to the village harbour. I have to go back to the village harbour without a cure. But Jessica can still cure it with the magic. It's fine. We know that, right? So we're going back to the village harbour. With that being said, you guys, the rest of the story actually played out the exact same way as what we saw for the ending I originally played. There were no further changes, even though the professor is now a baby. But with that being said, we're going to skip to the ending of this video now, and I'm going to give you my final thoughts on the Sims Castaway Stories. But with that being said, you guys, that is the end of the Sims Castaway Stories. I was expecting a little bit more from that alternative ending. It's completely fine though, okay? Look, I feel like I did make the wrong choice though, because the choice should always be between killing someone and keeping someone alive. It should always be keeping someone alive. So I feel like that should have been what I went with. But like I said earlier, I went with the decision that I thought was best at the time based on the information that I had and what I could see, which wasn't telling me what would happen if we actually rewarded the professor. And I knew I didn't want to reward an evil man, okay? That's all I knew. Anyway, so with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the Sims Castaway Stories. This was a really good one. I had a lot of fun with it. I loved that it was longer. We got a much more developed story. It had me from start to finish, and I really had no idea what was going on except for the fact that the professor was shady. I knew that from the start. I clocked him from the very beginning. But with that being said, it's not just the end of the Sims Castaway Stories, it's the end of the Sims Stories games in general. I have had so much fun over the last 2 years. Can you believe it's been 2 years since I started playing the Sims Life Stories? That's crazy. But I've had so much fun with the Sims Life Stories, the Sims Pet Stories, and the Sims Castaway Stories. I hope you've enjoyed watching them as well. I have still some more classic Sims games that I want to play along the way. There's still more that I've never played before, but I do want to know, out of all of the Stories games, which one was your favorite? I still cannot get over Riley's story in the Sims Life Story and how that ended, and the fact that I freaking predicted the ending. That twist is still one of my absolute favorite moments that I've ever recorded for this channel. It was so good. I had so much fun with it. I did also enjoy the ending of Vincent's story, crying actual real tears, right? I loved Alice's story as well. The only story I didn't really like was Steven's story. Like, don't get me wrong, I still had fun playing with it. I still had big reactions in it. I just cannot stand Steven, and there definitely needed to be more of Diva in that story. It was the Steven show, not the Diva show, and it should have been more the Diva show. I loved the Castaway Stories though. Castaway Stories and Riley's story will tie for my favorite. But with that being said, you guys, if you would like to see more of me, any more Sims games, including classic Sims games or current Sims games that I am playing as well, then hit the subscribe button down below and hit the notification bell next to it to be notified of every time that I upload. And if you liked this video, let me know by hitting the like button down below and leave me a comment as well. Leave me the palm tree emoji in the comments down below to let me know that you got this far, not only in this video, but that you watched the entire Castaway Stories series. As a matter of fact, the entire Stories series, from Life Stories to Castaway Stories, and that you enjoyed this series and that you are excited to see some more classic Sims gameplay from me. But you guys, I hope you're having the greatest day ever, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!